Hey guys, it's Leo, and this is Twinkle Precure countdown number 5. Can you guys believe it? We're so close to the premiere. It's basically 1 month away. So, oh my god, I'm so excited. And this Friday, we have some things to talk about. We don't have many new information, but we have some things that we can discuss. First of all, we had a new profile surfacing on the internet this week, and it was translated by the amazing QR Canada on Twitter. So first of all, thank you very much. The link to the original post is in the description box. And let's read the profile and a little bit more on our friends from 2019. Our first character is Hoshina Hikaru, Cure Star, obviously our protagonist. And her introduction is the twinkling star in the sky, Cure Star. Her catchphrase is, "That's insane," and her birthday is April 12th. Hikaru is an imaginative and curious second-year student who loves constellations and space. She's the sort of person to be rather forward when expressing the things she loves. She's also the type of girl who gets rather stubborn when she is really interested in something. Her catchphrase is, "That's insane," and transforms into the pretty cure of stars, Cure Star. So basically, our main character is going to be the hyper crazy type, and I'm very curious to see her getting excited over something. And I really want to see that in the series itself. I think it's going to be such a nice flavor, to see her getting freaked out about the things she loves. And it's probably going to remind us of ourselves, fangirling over Precure. And so I'm really excited to see more of her. And I think she's going to be a lovable main character. And second, we have our dear Cure Milky. Her name is Hagoro Molala. Her Cure name is Cure Milky, and her introduction phrase is, "The Milky Way stretching across the heavens, Cure Milky." Her catchphrases are Yun and Oya, and her birthday is July 7th. Lala is a 13-year-old alien from the planet Saman, who is treated more like an adult. When on the rocket with Fuwa and Puruns to search for the legendary warriors, they were warped to Earth thanks to Fuwa's powers. She's serious with a strong sense of responsibility. However, she can be rather dense at times. Her charm point is the antennae on her head, and she transforms into the pretty cure of the Milky Way, Cure Milky. I think Lala is going to be a very interesting character. I think that she's going to take her mission very seriously, but at times she's going to, slip a little bit out of her seriousness, because she's probably going to be a very funny character as well. I sense that in her. Especially, I think that she is going to be the type of character who fails a lot, and that is going to be like something funny about her and something interesting about her as well. And I'm really curious to see her, and I'm really curious to see her interaction with Hikaru. And her catchphrases are really cute as well. I'm curious if it's somewhat like the language of her mother planet. I don't know, but I'm curious to see that. I think she's going to be a very interesting character. Now for our beauty of the season, Cure Soleil. Her name is Amamiya Elena Cure Soleil, and her introduction phrase is, "Light up the sky, a sparkle full of emotion, Cure Soleil." Her catchphrases are "Ciao" and "Sounds good," and her birthday is September 8th. Elena is a third-year student who shines just like the sun and has a wonderful smile. She's very popular and is nicknamed the Sun of Mihoshi Town. Her family owns a flower shop in the shopping district known as Sonrasa, and she often looks after her 6 little brothers when her parents are off working at the store. She transforms into the pretty cure of the sun, Cure Soleil. Elena is a very interesting character to me. I am really loving everything about her, and I really like that she's sparkling, she's someone that's admired, she's someone that people probably look up to, she's probably a very responsible big sister, she's probably going to be like the One-san type of character, and her catchphrase being "ciao." Ciao is a word that is usually related to the Italian language, ciao, but it can be related to Latin languages because ciao can be goodbye in so many different languages. It just changes how you write it, and the pronunciation is really close. So I think that her background is probably from one of those countries. Maybe she's Italian, but I think there is more to her. And we're going to look at that because of the shopping district known as Sonrasa. Sonrasa is a very similar word to sonrisa that means smile in Spanish. So sonrisa is a word that can be related to her as well. So maybe she is from a Spanish speaking country like Argentina, Chile. I don't know. I'm just so curious to know where she comes from. And I love that. I just love this speculation, you know. But I think she's probably going to be Italian or from a Spanish descent country. So maybe Spain, maybe Argentina, or I would love for her to be Latin American. Sorry. I would love for her to be one. And last but not least, Kaguya Madoka is Cure Celine. And her intro phrase is, light up the night sky, the mystery behind the moonlight, Cure Celine. Her catchphrase is good day, and her birthday is November 23rd. Madoka is a well-mannered and hard-working third-year student whose father is a government official, while her mother is world-famous pianist. Her skills are playing the piano and archery, in which she has won their respective national competitions, as well as have good grades all around, and being popular for her flower arrangements and being great at tea ceremonies. She is the student council president, and she is nicknamed the Moon of Mihoshi Town, and she transforms into the pretty cure of the moon, Cure Celine. So I love that we have Soleil and Celine basically as opposites of each other. And I was watching Aikatsu Friends, and we had Emma and Maika being opposites and being a great duo, and I love that. You know, I love when different characters are a duo, and I would love to see those two together. I think they're going to make a great combo. And talking about Aikatsu, we have that confirmation that we are going to have singing and dancing on the transformations in this season. Chiaki Okada, who is a producer in Bandai Toys, she basically confirmed that in order to make the transformation scenes more easy to understand and to enjoy by the children, the Cures will dance and sing in their transformation scenes. So Star Twinkle will be the first season to feature this kind of thing in Precure, and it's going to be a very interesting choice. You know, I'm very curious to see how this is going to work. And I'm very excited for this for some reasons. The first one is that I usually like the Precure songs, the Precure insert songs, Precure theme songs. They're usually great, and I usually like them. And I think that it's going to be a great addition to this season specifically. Like Kira Kira Precure, it had lots of insert songs and I loved all of them. And the CG in Precure is usually really high quality. We don't really know if it's going to be in CG or not. But if we think about singing and dancing, yeah, I think we're going to have CG transformations. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. But I really believe that the toy animation is always giving Precure a high treatment, especially when it comes to CG. CG in Precure is always good. You know, in the endings, they get better every time. The movie CGs, they're amazing. Just the Hikaru movie was so beautiful, and it was all in CG. It was so beautiful. So yes, I really believe that Precure will have like great animation in their transformations if they're CG. And I'm very excited to know if we're going to have like special songs for each character. I would love to see that. And right now I am addicted to Aikatsu Friends, and Aikatsu Friends does a great job at songs and even in CG. You know, the CG in Aikatsu was not as good as it is nowadays, and the Precure CG is even better. So yeah, I really believe that it can bring something good to the franchise. I really do. So I'm really excited to see their transformations and their songs. And I hope that they put the transformations and the songs themselves in the Precure YouTube channel, like they did with Kira Kira. They didn't do it with Hato, and I have no idea why, but it was so good when they did that with Kira Kira, the Kira Kira songs. I don't know. And the last thing I want to talk about in this countdown is the name meanings of the characters we have. The amazing Tomato Magica did a very nice thread on Twitter, and I'm gonna leave the link below as well, about the names of the girls. And I'm going to read some of the tweets and add a little bit more of information. So before we actually start reading the tweets, our main character, Hoshina Hikaru, is basically she's probably like the most direct out of all of the girls. Her name means starlight. Hoshi means star, Hikaru means light, and Na is the particle of like the place where it comes from. So the light that comes from a star. Her name is basically that, and that means starlight, basically. So yes, our main character is basically called Starlight. But we have some interesting stuff about the other girls. Kurimiyuki, first of all, Hagoromo Kurimiyuki's surname comes from an old play of the same name, and it means wing robe. It's about an angel woman who lost her wing robe that was found by a fisherman, and she couldn't go back to heaven until she found it. So it's basically a story about a journey of a person who lost something, and she had to go to a new place, a different place, completely new to her, and she had to find that something. And that's more or less what Lala has to do. She has the journey of finding the stars and awakening the cures so that she can revive the princesses, the 12 princesses, so that the balance of the world is restored. So there is like a very big similarity onto her name and to the Hagoromo play. So that's a very interesting thing. And now talking about Kaguya. Kaguya Kurosaleem's surname comes from the tale of the bamboo cutter about Kaguya Hime. This is supported by her moon motive, as Kaguya Hime was from the moon herself. So yes, we have Kaguya Hime, who's a very popular figure in the Japanese mythology. Selene, her cure name, is the name of the goddess of the moon from the Greek mythology. So yeah, basically a personification of moon herself. So yeah, the name Selene is really overused when it comes to moon references, especially because we have Sailor Moon, like Sailor Moon Usagi is called Serena in the Western adaptations, in the early Western adaptations. I don't think they're allowed to use Serena anymore. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's basically the idea of Selene as her cure name, because it really resembles the idea of moon. And last but not least, we have Elena, who is Cure Soleo. Elena's name comes from Helene. Helene is a Greek word that means torch. Hele means ray of sun, and so when you put the both together, you meet Elena. Elena is a very popular name here in Brazil. It's used a lot, and I would love for Elena to be Brazilian, especially with her name, but we use Elena with an H. I don't know how the official romanization of Elena's name is going to be, but it's being used with an E, with a silent E. So I think that there's no real chance of her being Brazilian. But Elena means the one that shines, a resplendent person. And that goes straight to what we've seen about Elena as in Cure Soleo. She is resplendent. She is a being that is full of light. She brings light everywhere with her smiles. At least that's what her profiles always say to us. So I'm really excited because, you know, I feel like everything about this season is really being well done, well thought. Everything's being well created. I think that it has the potential to be a great follower to Hato, which is also being a great season. And I'm very excited to learn more, to see more. And yes, this was it. I'm sorry, this is long, but I am really excited and I really want to share everything with you. Anyways, guys, that was countdown number 5. Next week, we're even closer. And I hope you're going to be here with us next Friday so we can talk more about Star Twinkle Precure. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.